Libra, a very warm welcome. My name is Drew. This is Modern Tarot. Those of you that are new here, welcome. And those of you returning, welcome back. So, Libra, this is all about the last couple of weeks of July 2025. Okay, what's around you, how your energy is looking, your focus, maybe some of your fears, and some pleasant surprises along the way. And hopefully, you're going to be living your best life throughout the last couple of weeks of July. So, Libra, one more shuffle. I want to go straight into this reading. Okay, you might not be feeling that romantic throughout the last couple of weeks of July, with the Knight of Cups in reverse here. I don't think there's a love offer on the table. You're not offering your love, or maybe someone's not offering to you, but that might be key, all right? Center of the reading, we've got the Star, okay? This is, healing, Libra. So the last couple of weeks of July might be quite a healing time for you. You might start to find hope again. Those of you that are in the public eye, or very much out there on social media, these kind of things, you might get noticed, all right? Okay, the challenge is commitment, Libra. I think really you might be healing thoughts around commitments that didn't work out, commitments in general. You're healing how you view them, okay? Might be quite key throughout the last couple of weeks of July. The reason why it's all happening, some of you might actually be letting go of the idea of commitments. Is this making sense? Where rather than expectations, you are more in the moment throughout the last couple of weeks of July. You're not looking to lock anyone down. Your whole view on commitments and these kind of things might completely change, okay? Recent past, all right, you got some kind of victory, Libra, in something, an area of your life, work, love, life. The Six of Rods, this is being noticed, okay? You've got two great cards here, the Star and the Six of Wands. So some of you might get noticed throughout the last couple of weeks, all right, going into August. Your focus, you've got the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Just for some of you, for my mature viewers here, you might be really looking at your retirement and how you can plan that, okay? Others of you, the Eight of Pentacles, I think everything might be in question. The jobs you're committed to, how you view personal relationships and commitments, these kind of things, all right? Okay, what you don't see coming towards you, it's all about dropping burdens, expectations throughout the last couple of weeks. It's good, Libra, okay? Okay, your energetic field, okay, with the Fool in reverse, you're not about taking any risks. You're certainly not going to be doing anything foolish or impulsive throughout the last couple of weeks of July. The Fool can be quite flamboyant. He can be quite naive. He'll just rush into situations, not thinking of the consequences, your energetic field, you might feel quite cautious. You might, your whole world view might be under scrutiny, and you might be looking at different ways of doing things. Outside influences, all right, Page of Swords in the upright. Some of you might be studying. Somebody might be watching you, Libra. I'm just saying. Doesn't have to be sinister, guys. Somebody might have their eye on you, doing some research. Those of you in the public eye, somebody might be really studying you, okay, and noticing you. In your fears, you fear coming out of illusions. You fear secrets coming to light with the Moon in reverse here. So I think there's part of you, with these realizations and your whole life view under scrutiny throughout the last couple of weeks of July, it might be quite fearful to do that inner work and really study things, all right? And the outcome, strength, all right? This is being patient. This is taming the ego. This is knowing when to hold back, taming, the lion with a whisper, all right? So you might be quite patient with people, with yourself throughout the last couple of weeks of July. So let's clarify this reading now, okay? Why is the Star here? Remember, it's about healing. It's about being noticed. It's about hope. Hope is a piss poor word, by the way. Faith is a much stronger word. That means I'm faithful. This is going to happen. Hope, if it happens, great. If it doesn't, that's fine too, right? So, try to, if you use that in your vocabulary, try to use the word faith. and see the difference. Power of manifestation, right? So let's have a look. Why is the star here as the center of your reading, Libra, for the last couple of weeks of July? The Ace of Cups. Okay, some of you, okay, it's going to be a time of self-healing. The Ace of Cups here. All right, so this is self-love. And the challenge, was about commitments. And then we got the Knight of Pentacles as a challenge that, I don't know, Libra, maybe you're slow to commit, or people are slow to commit to you, or, if it's to do with work, those offers of work and commitments and contracts and that might be very slow moving. That might be a bit of a challenge. Okay, then we've got the Nine of Rods, okay, as the reason why it's all happening, dropping the burden. And it's expectations, Libra. You're dropping expectations about how things should be. You might be looking to more go with the flow, so you're giving up control. It's like the path of least resistance. So if you are dating, you're not looking to lock anybody down. You don't want to be locked down. It really is going with the flow, okay? Okay, you healed something which hadn't quite closed out, okay? You might have healed something that hadn't transformed, and you got victory on it. Yeah, look, your focus is, I don't think you're feeling that passionate about work, all right? You might be very anti-work. It's the summer, okay? Some of you just might want to sit and chill and read your books and educate yourself. You're dropping the burden on secrets, okay? Some of you are dropping the burden on your spiritual beliefs, how you view commitments. But your energetic field is great. You're not rushing into anything. I think really you are looking for a soulmate, Libra. You're looking for that beautiful Two of Cups energy, okay? So people might see you as quite cautious. They might want to really get to know the deeper parts of you, but you're not rushing into anything. You're very much in the flow, okay? So somebody is secretly watching you, Libra, whoever this might be for you. We've got the moon, okay? Talks about secrets, illusions, things that are done under the moonlight. They're not clear in the daytime. This could be somebody in the evening, all right? Spying on you, online, these kind of things, all right? You fear, in your fears, we've got the moon in reverse. And then we've got the Queen of Cups in reverse. Some of you feel being let down emotionally. Some of you fear that, will I ever balance out my emotions? Some of you might have become so logical that it's a fear of yours that, where is my emotional feminine side gone? Just for some of you, a select few. It's not a personal reading. The outcome is the Strength. Yeah, look, Magician in reverse and Strength. This is you, Libra, giving up control, going with the flow. Whatever will be, easy breezy, not putting in too much work, not trying to rush things through, not trying to lock people down. You're changing the whole way you view commitment and how things should be, which is great, okay? So you are much more flexible throughout the last couple of weeks of July. If it is about love, Libra, okay, last couple of weeks of July, a message for love. I'm going to have a look at who's spying on you. You might find that quite interesting, right? Maybe it's a tall, dark, handsome stranger, or a princess on a white horse, Libra. Let's have a look. If it is about love, a message for love throughout the last couple of weeks. Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life, Libra. And this is what it's all about, is trust it to the universe, God, however you frame your belief system, have faith, Libra. Okay? Those of you that really want to, be committed to someone and, really put in the effort into commitments and these kind of things, there's going to be something worth waiting for. And it's the path of least resistance. You cannot rush it, okay? It's going to be organic, Libra. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So watch your fears here, about letting go of illusions of how love and commitment should be. Thinking, will I ever have emotional balance? All right, stay optimistic, Libra. Healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. And you know what? Childhood can leave a major mark, okay? If we haven't done that healing, we perpetuate childhood wounds, triggers and ways of being, attachment styles, attraction styles throughout our adult life. And so some of you, outside influences, you might be studying, family secrets, dynamics within the family, how you sat into it. Was I the golden child? Was I the scapegoat? Was I the mascot? So getting to know your personality and changing the hierarchy of, with the Hierophant here as a challenge. This is like the status quo. This is society. This is how you've been brought up, these kind of things. You might be really kicking back against it now and going, do you know what? That was once very valid. It's no longer valid. I'm going with the flow. My life is going to be much more organic now. I'm not looking to lock anybody down. I want to manifest a Two of Cups energy, which is beautiful. It's two people that choose each other rather than society says we're a good fit. Is that making sense to you, Libra? One of these, something that might be quite instrumental in your healing, in your growth, in your forward movement, assisting you in living your best life throughout the last couple of weeks of July, all right? Something that you might have overlooked or forgotten. Grounding, Libra. Nature, presence, practicality, stability. Okay, and that's you getting stable in going with the flow. Okay, that's less anxious. That really is organic, Physical health, okay? Vitality, strength, body image, and balance. Okay, the color red might be quite significant, which is all about grounding, where I live, who are my soul family, where do I belong? Okay. Will, expression, assertiveness, self-control, and direction. Color blue, which is all about communication, expression, assertiveness, self-control, and direction. Watch how you speak to yourself, your inner voice, that monkey on your shoulder that's talking. Make sure that you correct it and it's feeding you positive energy. When you look in the mirror, rather than picking out your thoughts, big yourself up in front of the mirror, speak to yourself in a loving way, become your own best friend, Libra, throughout the last couple of weeks of July. Is going to be very key. I just want to have a look at this over here, all right? Somebody might be watching you. Why would they be doing that? Let's have a look. I'll take one of these and one of these, all right? Who is this person that's watching you secretly, Libra? Might be an admirer, okay? Who's watching Libra? Who's watching Libra? All right. There might be somebody watching you. They are a bit of a loner, all right? That doesn't have to be freaky, guys, or it doesn't have to be sinister. This might be someone that enjoys aloneness without loneliness, okay? But society might see them as a loner. This is someone maybe at a distance from you, Libra, so they might be checking you out online, okay? We've got attention seeking. That's quite interesting. And divorce affected. So, Libra, somebody might be watching you from a distance maybe, okay? This person might be a bit of a loner. We've got attention seeking. That's quite an interesting card. Sometimes I think really what it's saying to you, Libra, is, if you are active on social media, be careful what you're putting out there. Make sure that you're putting stuff out there that see you in a really good light, okay? The more very personal things and these kind of things, keep that on more private platforms. But what you're putting out there, so you're not, attracting the wrong attention, if that makes sense. I mean, which might be part of how your life view is changing. It might include social media. What is my social media presence? How does it make me look? now that I've done some inner work, and some of you are healing family issues and old dynamics of ways of attracting and being, and these kind of things. All right. So let's have a look. I want to take one of these. This is a positive message, okay? A mantra that you can take with you for the last 2 weeks of July. And then I'm just going to have a look at, those of you that are actively dating, is there any new romance or anything like that coming in last couple of weeks of July? What to watch out for? Attributes and these kind of things of a particular person. Okay, count your rainbows, Libra, not your thunderstorms. This card urges you to focus on the positive. What you think about, you bring about. And there was another one there. Okay, stay optimistic about your love life. Remember that? So, watch your thoughts, okay, on how you view love, relationships, and commitments. For anyone that's actively dating, if there's new love coming in within the last couple of weeks of July, going into August, all right, a message, release your ex, Libra. The time has come to clear your energy. New love, a new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Some of you might be, ending relationships, really releasing your ex, looking at those commitments and how they didn't work out, why they didn't work out. You were just too different to ever make it work. You might be releasing that ex, and there might be somebody new on the horizon for you that might stir your romantic feelings. How would you know who this person is? An attribute about this person, Libra. How would you recognize who this might be? Okay, Libra. All right, just watch out, okay? Some of you, watch out that, a new person is stirring your romantic feelings, right? This person might be uncommitted, a bit of a player. They might have a little bipolar tendencies, so you never know what you're going to get, okay? So watch out for that. And it's me, not you. And so don't turn inward when you're on the receiving end of playerism, Libra. Don't turn inwards and say, is there something wrong with me? Study these characters and realize that, players only love you when they're playing. There's a song for you there without even picking one from this deck. If it comes out, that'd be a miracle, right? But Dreams by Fleetwood Mac. Players only love you when they're playing. So be discerning, Libra, Let's have a look. A song for Libra. The lyrics might mean something. The band might mean something. The melody might evoke certain feelings within you that are there and being brought to the surface for awareness and healing. Libra. Circles, Post Malone. Whatever that might mean, give it a listen to it. If it's not your genre, listen to it once, take the message and dump it. Okay? Circles by Post Malone. That's about it from me. I hope you enjoyed that, Libra. My name is Drew. This has been Modern Tarot. If you like the content, please like, share, or subscribe, and I'll do my best to, answer any comments and these kind of things. If you want to leave comments down in the box below. If you want a personal reading, you can reach out on moderntarot.net directly or browse the YouTube Modern Tarot store, and I'll do my best to give you some clarity on your personal situations. In the meantime, Libra, have an amazing last 2 weeks of July. Remember, everything might be in question, how you're viewing love, relationships, commitments in general. You might be a little bit more flexible, easy breezy, and just watch how you speak to yourself. Keep it positive. Take care.